Well, good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning. It's time to work on the camper again. I got to get the camper in here and get set up. This is a aircraft cowling I'm going to make some tooling from for some people. But thanks for tuning in. We're going to do stiffeners today. And yeah, just here to teach people how to do fiberglass, how to make molds. So it's going to be a pretty good episode. We'll just recap everything we did again. Stay tuned. Here's something I could show you guys. So this wood, you can tack it down with Bondo. It doesn't matter what you use. I use Bondo because it's quick. You can do stuff like this. So when we were laminating over here, we had resin mixed up, so we just drizzled resin onto it and let the resin cure, so it locked those in place. So we're going to be laying these up, and while we lay those up, we're going to drizzle resin over here, but I'm just using the Bondo to quickly lock it into place. I'll let the Bondo kind of get set up and I'll shave it off and make it a little bit prettier. I mean, it's not critical to do anything really nice with these things, but that's Bondo in the fiberglass industry is just used a lot as an industrial adhesive to tack stuff into place like this. So another little tip on how to get your stiffeners to stay in place. Here's an example of just making it pretty so you can laminate onto it easier. See, we got the Bondo in between the two joints, gluing it together. So you just go in there when it's tacked up and you shave it down to make sure that your fiberglass mat is going to lay down on there properly. And you might knock it loose because Bondo's not really that strong to bond things together. You just need it to hold it for now. And this is a quick way to get it to do that. That's why I always do it this way. I'm going to put some fiberglass resin on it to really lock it into place, but I just don't want to screw around with trying to get this stuff to stay when you can do it this way. The fiberglass resin is really going to lock it into place and make it so it's not so delicate, because when you're laminating it and rolling it, you can break these loose if you don't put the fiberglass resin like we did here on it. Like this can take pressure. If you push on that when you're rolling it with your roller in the mat, you can knock it loose, and it sucks when you got a bunch of wet mat and that happens. But this is just a fast way to mock up. I had to wait for the air compressor to shut off. So there's layers of 3-ounce fiberglass mat. If you don't know how to laminate the mat, it's in the other videos. We did some pretty detailed instructions on how to saturate and laminate mat, what resins to use and stuff like that. So that's why the videos aren't that long anymore, because we've already explained how to do all the laminating stuff, so we don't want to be that redundant of doing it every time. Anyway, back to what we're talking about is these stiffeners are all to keep this material from moving around on us. So that right there, that right angle, that's going to want to curl up, so it'll change the shape of our mold. This one's going to want to curl in, so you got to pay attention to those. But see how we're looking at them, the right angles are facing us? Well, this right angle right here will cause that whole thing to curl in because it wants to shrink there at that angle, and it'll move that. So you got to go around and make sure you can get away with it on this stuff because we put so many layers on that. This shape is going to fight itself, because that's going to try to curl in this way and that's going to try to curl back, but it's so close together. I mean, I'd recommend doing it. We'll probably end up doing it, but you don't have to worry about it as much. Like right here, that's a very short little spot. We'll probably put some there anyway. But you have to go through and look at all of those angles that are going to shrink on you, and don't get stuck in your mind frame of like, okay, it's out, it's facing me, the angles, I guess the positive angle is what we call it this way. This one's a negative. Well, that's going to move on you too. So that's why we're doing all these wooden stiffeners across the top. The wood doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any structural integrity to it. It's the material that you put on the wood, and you're just using the wood as a core to shape it. We'll have to go this way as well, because this is a big, huge, flat surface that's going to want to fight everything we do. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're getting it all buttoned up. Drilling some more register marks in it as I wait for the material to get saturated. Cutting this thing apart is going to suck. I use a Sawzall. We'll make a video of that. I just use a Sawzall blade and I cut down it. I like to cut it when it's together because then it all matches. If you take it apart and cut it in two pieces, generally you'll get it to where they're uneven and it looks like crap. Sometimes you have to do it. There's no other way around it. But what I normally like to do is just Sawzall it when it's together. It's not going to be a fun day. Hopefully it's going to be cooler outside because we're going to have to wear Tyvek suits. It's going to be a lot of dust. And you sweat your butt off in those Tyvek suits. Anyway, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll be right back with some more. I'll show you some more stuff here in a minute. Okay. It's Sunday now. So yesterday, we got most of the stuff done. You know, we got these stiffeners all laminated. You know, I just said, hey, we're going to put some 3-ounce fiberglass mat on there. We got some more of these angles stiffeners to do. We're drilling some more registers in it. We didn't get everything done, you know, and I'm kind of discouraged. I keep telling myself, oh, we're going to put all these stiffeners on there and we're going to bang this thing out in like a Saturday. But I keep thinking, or I keep forgetting that I'm used to doing this stuff for 8 hours a day for a big company with like 4 other guys helping me, or like, you know, 3 people at least. And you do it during the week and it really seems like it goes fast. But when you do it one Saturday in a week, you do it every Saturday, it really seems like it's going slow to me. So I'm discouraged, kind of depressed over the project right now, but I am excited for next Saturday to get this done and this finished up, and that'll be the last of the stiffener part. It's all this monotonous stuff that really matters. This is a really important process too. But what I want to say is, you know, people make videos of this stuff, and I've said this before on our channel and in our episodes, that people make videos of these projects and they kind of sum it up in a 30-minute video or a 45-minute video, and they go through the process really fast. But they've never shown you this mold making stuff because it's hard and it takes a long time to do it. Or, you know, maybe I'm missing one, but if they did do it, they'd film it over like a year and then they would make one video. We are approaching it this way because we want to show you guys, you know, this stuff, it takes a lot of work. You can do it. Anybody can do this. But don't get discouraged that it's going slow. You know, you got to stick with it. You got to tell yourself on Saturdays when you don't want to do it, I'm just going to go out and put in a couple hours. I'm going to move the project forward just a little bit, whether it be sweeping the floor or anything. Just be near the project and set stuff up, you know, get material set up. There's always something you can do. Like, for example, yesterday, I don't want to admit it, but I didn't want to do this yesterday. I wanted to go home. I was tired. I had a long week. I want to take a day off, but we did it. And now that it's Sunday and I'm looking back, I'm like, man, I'm glad we got this part done, because now all we have to do is that. But yeah, be realistic about your projects. They're going to take a long time. They're hard to do. Everybody hits those walls where you just kind of doubt yourself and you don't want to do it. You kind of change your mind. You're like, oh, I'm interested in something else right now. I don't know. That's the great thing about having a partner to do the project with, or having somebody to do a project with. You kind of motivate each other. And that's at least me. Like if I know that somebody's dependent on me and somebody's going to show up at 9 o'clock and I got to be there because they're going to be there, I will never not show up. I will be there at 9 no matter what. I'll have the flu. Nothing's going to keep me from going to work if somebody's depending on me. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of ranting here. This is where we're at with it. Next Saturday, we're going to do the same stuff. Going to be more stiffeners. And I can't wait to get these done. I'm so sick of laying up fiberglass. I want to do something. We got to do some metal fabrication for the rotisserie for it. So I can't wait to do that part instead of laminating all these little monotonous details of these stiffeners and stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Tune in next week. We're going to do it, and like and subscribe. Give us some support, please. And like I've always said, when we get done with this whole process building one of these campers, we're going to give one of them away to one of our subscribers. So if you subscribe to the page and we get this done, we're going to give one away. Anyway, thanks, guys. Bye.